Yo, this your boy EC22, and this is the FairWeather Fan channel, man. Before we go any further, you know what we always say: like, subscribe, share. But most of all, leave comments because we want you to join this conversation, man. We're back for another week. We was off last week. I was off last week. We could have met, but I had some last minute things. But hey, it was turkey week anyway. You know, everybody take a break, right?
It was time to eat anyhow. Time to start cooking.
Time to eat, man. But once again, back in the house, J-Dub and Coach D-Way, fellas, what's up, man? Where y'all been?
Hey. Hope everybody had a good turkey day.
Yeah, absolutely. I did, at least.
But everybody's ready to vibe in and let's talk some serious smackdown. FairWeather Fan, good stuff.
Hey, well, J-Dub, how you been feeling up there, man? I know y'all got some good Christmas weather up there.
Oh, bro, I'm so sick of it already, and it's just now getting started. It's not even. It's only when it starts melting and turns slushy and everything gets bad. I got to wear the same nasty pair of shoes every day. I don't want to ruin any other ones, but you know, it's just part of it, I guess.
Yeah. Bless his heart. He's only got about 25, 30 pair. It's still in the shoe boxes that, you know, they're pristine.
Hey, don't be putting my business all out there like that. I don't like that.
My bad. He is with his George like you are with your hats, EC. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm a sneakerhead too. Wait a minute. Yeah. Y'all ain't seeing this case over here. I got, man, every closet has got some type of Jordan in it.
I hear you. And boxes of hats. I usually order hats by the 30, so I don't have to do it very often.
I love it, CJ. That's why we got to get Coach D-Way on board, man.
I've been trying.
Yeah. What's the temps up that way, J-Dub?
The temps ain't bad. The temps are like 34, but that dry 34 that we're used to up here, it's just the fact that I think the last day we got another inch on top of it started snowing the morning of Thanksgiving, and it snowed for 30 hours. So, man, it was crazy. So it's melting. It's all slushy. It's nasty. It's not good. It's not the good snow you want to be out in. It's that nasty snow.
Man, it would be in a state of emergency if that got 30
Yes, it would be.
Remind all the viewers that may or may not remember, J-Dub's up in Great Falls, Montana. If you ever get a chance to roll through that area, it's gorgeous.
I got about 8 years left on a 10-year sentence. So, you know, I'm riding out my time in the snow, doing it right. I can't wait to start sweating again.
There you go.
He up there with the Sutton family. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Right.
That's good stuff.
Man, let's get into the rival week, man. This past week was rival week for college football, man. We had some good ones. We had some not so good ones, but we're just going to call out a few teams, starting out with Ohio State and Michigan. Listen, they set the tone for that one. Even though we all kind of figured Michigan was going to lose because Michigan ain't been that team they were last year.
Yeah.
But, man, it started out pretty little tense, and then, of course, you know, Ohio State took its thing. What do you think about the game, Coach?
You know, just like you said, I mean, Michigan's down this year. Everybody knows it. Ohio State has one of their better teams, and everybody knows that. Michigan came out and did what they could do, the best they could do, as long as they could do it. And then the big brother walked in the room and said, "No, this is over. I'm taking over from here." You know, and that was Ohio State. And so, you know, just another what I would call pretty standard win for the Buckeyes. So, did you get to see or hear or watch?
Wasn't that Coach Dave first time beating him?
I think so. That's all they talked about all day long, and that's really the only. That's that one and the Texas game, only two games I got to see much of. But man, listen, it is big brother, little brother. That was a good analogy, Coach. This year, it changes year to year in the game or the big game or whatever they call it up there. But man, when you have to block your own emblem so the other team doesn't get on it, that's a rivalry, y'all. There ain't nowhere else we have to do that right now.
Hey, that was the game right there.
Yeah, but no, they tried to hang with them. I think it was in the second quarter. That 35-yard touchdown really took the air out of the stadium and took the air out of the team. And then when they came back and only got a field goal, and then I think the announcers were even saying, if you're trading field goals for touchdowns, it ain't going to go well. No. So then, you know, but no, Ohio State as much as it pains me always to say, they're the best team in the country right now, and they keep proving it week to week.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Is planting the flag on the opponent's logo?
I love it. I love that.
Oh, it's not disrespectful to you?
No, it's super disrespectful, but all sports is supposed to be disrespectful. I mean, to a level.
Dude, that's J-Dub's vibe, though, man.
To a level. I mean, I don't want anybody to hurt each other.
The more thug, the more gangster it can be, you know. The more ghetto it can get, he's down, man, you know.
The more I can run my boot heel into you in a rivalry game like this, I'm not talking about when you're playing a Division II Appalachian State type game. I'm talking about when you're playing your rivalry, right? So let me equate it to a baseball, right? I don't like the slow walk-off for a home run when it's early, when it's May or June. But if you want to stroll yourself to first base in October, I'm good with it. The same thing, right? This is a rivalry like that. This is that game. And listen, y'all planting flags, y'all protecting your emblem. That's what makes this game the biggest game. That's why it's called the big game. Yeah. So I love all that.
Hey, I'm going to just tell you right now, I don't know what the perception is out there, thug or not, ghetto or not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's competition, right? We just can't throw those words out there. I mean, you can if you want to, that's the way you view it. But listen, as long as we understand the rules, if you want to run out there and plant your flag, hey, you know what? Do it. If you can get out there.
Yeah. But understand, don't complain about what happens when you try to do that.
That's right. You're supposed to come at your head. You're supposed to try, and we're supposed to try to stop you.
Listen, I draw the line at you using the flag as a spear. I don't want you to use that as a weapon, but short of that, I mean, I want y'all to be angry towards each other visibly. I want to see it. That's the reason I watched the damn game.
He don't care about the game itself. He just wants to see all the.
I don't care about the Ohio State Michigan game. I watch it to see the fight.
Okay, another good one was Vanderbilt and Tennessee. Man, I honestly thought Vanderbilt was going to win that game. I really did. But I thought Tennessee was going to win that game, but obviously Vanderbilt had something else to say about that.
I got to tell you guys, if you haven't seen Vanderbilt play this year, dude, they put together a season. They're legit. That's a good football team, and they're doing everything right. They got a good quarterback, and Tennessee, Josh Heupel's trying to get them, over the hill, and he's doing a good job. But man, Vanderbilt's having kudos to Vanderbilt, man, the Commodores, man. I'm proud of them. I love seeing them, getting to see them some television, some airtime this year, and and that's good stuff. So
and their success, which I agree, and in a rivalry game with two ranked teams, and you doubled your opponent at their stadium. I mean, you are somebody. But I just saw something, and one of y'all can correct me. Vanderbilt's program is building and going in the right direction. That the 2026 top high school quarterback just flipped his commitment from Georgia to Vanderbilt.
Wow. Okay.
Just was announced probably 2 hours ago. And I'm like, man, that's how big their program is growing. And we've always looked at Vanderbilt as the baseball team of the ACC. Yeah. So the fact that they're now one of the football teams, or it goes up and down, I get it, ebbs and flows. But
let me ask you a couple questions, and I think this is I think Jay probably is more follows this stuff, but maybe not. First of all, is Vanderbilt is it in the state of Tennessee?
Yes.
Okay. Secondly, guys, isn't Vanderbilt kind of a upper echelon, pretty strong academic kind of?
Yes, they're the number one academic in the S. Oh wait, now that A&M's there, I don't know how that works. But before all the switch over with A&M and Texas and Oklahoma, they were the number one academic school in the SEC. That's why they couldn't always get the best recruits, because their recruits have to have a certain GPA to even get in the school.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. And so so that even makes it even more cool that they're having a big year,
Right.
But yeah.
So Vanderbilt, Tennessee.
So I'm looking at what's this kid name?
I know EC's on it.
What I'm
Man,
trying
I just saw it get posted.
Oh, let me I had it pulled up the other day, the top recruit in the whole state of Texas. But listen, we expected obviously Georgia beat on Georgia Tech. We expected that. We expected who was that? OU to beat LSU. That was a pretty good game. I expected that, but it was, could have went either way. But man, we got to go ahead and talk about it. We got to go ahead and talk about it. I'm gonna let Coach D-Wade go ahead and talk about it because he don't look too happy right now. D-Wade, go ahead and talk about it.
I'm surprised he's not wearing all black. I'm surprised he's not wearing all black.
So couple things. First of all, I just want to say one comment about OU LSU.
Go ahead.
I was a little disappointed. I was thinking OU would kind of dominate that game and put that game away.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have to worry or think or wonder who was going to win that game the last couple of minutes of the game. And so I'm a little because I got a buddy of mine here that's a big Boomer Sooner guy, so I'm trying to support him and his team. And yeah, I was hoping that OU would come out and be look a little stronger, but that game went down to the wire. And I guess we need to go ahead and touch on it. Someone told me, or I don't really listen to rumor or believe gossip or hearsay or any of that other stuff, but rumor has it there's a new sheriff in town in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Y'all know anything about that? Anybody heard anything about that? Wink, wink.
It's a lose-lose for both of them. It's a lose-lose for both parties. Lose-lose-lose. It's a lose for all three parties involved. Lane Kiffin fit perfectly with Ole Miss.
Perfectly.
He is not
perfectly.
If he's not successful in the first 2 seasons in Baton Rouge, he will be kicked out. Absolutely. It's not a good blend. And I'm not really a huge Lane Kiffin fan. I'm not a hater, but I'm not a fan. And I don't think it's going to go the way the two parties, the non-aggrieved parties are going to think it's going to go. I do not think he's going to have immediate success. He is not. LSU is very heavy on recruiting from their footprint, right? So most of their recruits come from within like a 2-hour drive of Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I don't feel like Lane Kiffin is going to be able to convince those elite athletes from that footprint to come to LSU. And LSU footprint is phenomenal. Talk about 3 top receivers: Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Brian Thomas Jr. or whatever, senior. I don't know which one he is, but anyway, he's not going to be able to convince those kids to come play for him. I hope I'm wrong because I am an LSU fan, but I just don't see it.
Let's toss it to EC for a minute. EC, what do you think about that? What do you think about Lane leaving Ole Miss, and what do you think about all that?
I mean, I don't like it, but I understand it. I don't like it because, listen, you took an Ole Miss team, an unlikely team, to the playoff, the CFP playoff.
Preach.
You're making some money. You're making about $4 million a year. You okay, but you got these kids to play for you, to add it to that franchise. When you look at his history, right? Ole Miss has been to the college football have been to football, not football, but they've got bowl games, right? 46 in their history compared to LSU 56. So there's not much difference, right? In the history there, right? They've won 26 out of 46. Obviously, LSU won more of their bowl games, right? But it's the money that gets me, right? You can ask for more money in the Ole Miss.
Thank you.
They got it. They got it.
They got the money. But you jump ship, and then here's the kicker. You still want to coach your team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So now LSU's going to match the money he would have made if they got to stay or whatever. I'm like, I'm done with all of y'all.
You're going to want to coach him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then it's the threat. Y'all don't know if you heard about this. He said that he want to coach the team, and if he's not allowed to coach the team, he's threatening to take the whole offensive line with him to LSU.
But that ain't gonna happen because I've already read where Ole Miss has already retained a big part of their coaching staff. They've already re-signed them and paid them more money, the assistants and whatnot. But here's the deal.
It's the kids with the NIL money because LSU currently have double the amount of NIL money that Ole Miss have. So he can't
take one of the big holes in the transfer portal right now.
What I don't understand is unless and I'm a fan of Lane. I like Lane.
Yeah.
Unless he thought that he's taken Ole Miss as far as he could take them, and unless he thought he'd have a better chance of playing for a national championship in Baton Rouge, I mean, because they're going to match the money. But for me, looking at it, I mean, he's not hurting for money anyway. Before all this, so he's looking at it. Hey, moving forward in the next 5 years, where do I have a better realistic shot at playing for a national championship? If that was his thought process, then I'm okay with it.
But y'all know like those seasonal jobs that come around like during the holidays when they're just hiring everybody. You already know it's like a 2-month deal. That's what LSU is. It's a seasonal job. You're only going to be there. You're not going to be there long term. So you pretty much is like you're getting hired to get fired. That's just what that is. The LSU.
Yeah. But you alley-oop to me. So let me go ahead and finish it off. Let me go ahead and finish off the alley-oop.
Yeah, come on, D-Way.
First of all, it was a really good game. And I was asked by numerous people about it.
Yeah.
And I said the exact same thing to everyone who asked me. And that is the Texas coaching staff did a phenomenal job of making adjustments at halftime. And the Aggie coaching staff did not make adjustments at halftime. And it was radically shown in the second half. It was like a tale of two games, 2 halves. And Texas came out with and made their adjustments and did what they needed to do. And A&M didn't make any adjustments. So I was disappointed, but hey, congratulations to Longhorn Nation. I told everyone on here for the last 3 or 4 weeks that this was the game that most concerned me because it was going to be in Austin and because Texas had everything to play for and nothing to lose. And A&M, really, they're going to be in the playoffs either way.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, am I disappointed? Absolutely. But man, kudos to kudos to Texas. And best of luck to my Aggies as we jump into playoff, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. So, what y'all think about the game?
It was good. Of course, I was bittersweet, right?
Yeah,
I wanted A&M to win, obviously, but that Texas defense, man. Listen.
Go ahead. Come on.
Listen. I toiled over this all night long. First of all, what up, Big D, man? Slime Elite, represent. Appreciate you. Z-Man, he came in and talked about Lane Griffin. Lane is hard to like, not a likable dude. Really doesn't have a solid skin.
On
the wall of hype he gets.
Kudos to Z-Man.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
But y'all, listen. Bear with me on this one. Listen. I didn't want Texas to win this game because that would have been the whole ideal of them getting to the playoff was off. More than likely, a 3-loss team will not make the college football. But let me tell you, I'm going to give them a little justification. The league, the Associated, made them the number 1 team at the beginning of this season for all these reasons. They made the quarterback a Heisman candidate before the season even started. They didn't live up to expectation, but since the season has started and through the season, you're talking about beating OU and turn around and beating Texas A&M, the number 1 team in the SEC at that time.
Yep.
They have really took off. And I think they've found their heading right now. So you're talking about taking this team to the playoffs, even though they're a 3-loss team. There's not a team, I think, that's in the SEC, that's in the college playoff, or they'll make the college playoff that the Texas can't give a run for their money, including the loss to Ohio and Georgia. Georgia. So they won't make the playoffs more than likely. But man, if they did, nobody would be disappointed because this team is a team that you do not want to see in the college playoff.
You knocked it out of the park, man. Nobody right now would want to play Texas. Texas is just now, J-Dub, starting to get the steam and starting to get it figured out. And guys, we all three know their defense is crazy good. So
the best I've
J-Dub,
seen.
what do you think, J-Dub?
Brother, it was a good game. It was a good game. I think Marcel Reed, especially in the second half, he wasn't ready for that big of a moment. I don't think most people outside of Texas understand the hatred that A&M has for Texas, so it's reciprocated the other direction. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like 7 of y'all's fight songs reference the Longhorns directly. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, he's a phenomenal player. I have nothing but respect for him, but I don't think he was ready for that hostility. And it's been how many years? 16 years, 12 years since that game has happened.
Yeah.
It was a good game. I think, and I've been hard on Arch Manning for sure, but I think it's easy for us to forget because he was a Heisman candidate preseason and because Texas was number one. This kid is 19 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He is still learning. So this whole season, we have seen him progressively get better. And since he's had such a bad year, he's already committed to coming back next year. So, I mean, I think Texas is the most dangerous team. The other 11 teams do not want to see Texas in the playoff. I don't think they can win the national championship, but I think they can knock off the person who thinks they can win the national championship. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So that's why I said what I said. Nobody would want to play Texas now.
Nobody wants to play them. They're not going to win the second game, but they're going to win that first game for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of the college playoffs, listen, predictions. Who you think is going to get in?
Okay, whoa.
Did I skip some?
He didn't skip.
Not on purpose.
Okay.
I thought the best game of the weekend was the Auburn-Alabama game.
Ooh, okay.
Did anybody besides me, did anybody else get to watch that?
Not live.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah,
dude,
I was watching, but I was hating the whole way.
Props to the War Eagle, man. Props to Auburn, man. Auburn played Alabama. Auburn had the ball and was driving, and the kid threw an interception, but it wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
that was a really good game, guys. What was the final score?
Oh man, let me pull it up real quick.
Anybody have it, Jay? You have it in front of you?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
What was the final score of the Alabama game?
27-20.
Yeah.
In Auburn. So again,
yeah.
Like I said, I was hating all on them, man. I can't lie to you. I was all in my feelings, man. I just
who were you rooting for in that game?
Auburn.
Me too.
I'm not. Y'all know I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
I can give them props and be respectful and show their love like I've been doing. But man, I'm happy with them being in the conference championship game. I think that was rightfully so because I think they're the better team in that conference. But I wanted them to play against A&M so A&M can mollywop them. But anyway, it didn't happen. So
all good. So, but to your question, what do we think about the playoffs? It's going to be super interesting. The only team, and I want to hear y'all's take on everything. The only team that I still just I'm not buying it until they prove me wrong is Indiana. Okay. Until they prove me wrong. I know. But you asked the question, what we thought about the playoffs. So I guess we'll find out. Y'all's turn.
Go ahead, Jada.
Man, that was a tough one. Man, I'm not trying. So I will agree with Coach to a degree, right? That if you look at Indiana's schedule versus, let's say, Texas or Alabama schedule, man, both they don't look the same. It doesn't look like the same. I mean, it looks like one of them is playing junior varsity and one of them is playing, Class 6A, right? So I get that. Yeah. But like I say, and like we've come to a bunch of times in this podcast, is we didn't make the rules and we didn't force you to go into a conference that you shouldn't be into.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I don't know all the ins and outs. I know if it's an undefeated school from a Power 6 conference, they automatically get in. And I know there's little nuances that I can't quote to you right now. But Indiana is the second best team in the country right now by all the criteria that we have agreed upon, right? And I hate that, right? I hate that. I'll put my left arm on Texas to beat Indiana by more than 2 touchdowns right now. But we didn't set the stage. We didn't put the rules in place.
Love it.
So based on the rules, Indiana's number 2, and they deserve to be one of the top 4 teams and get the bye, yada, yada, yada. So
yeah. I'm just saying, until I see them do what a number 2 ranked school should do in the playoffs, I'm not.
So what happens if A&M plays Indiana in the second round and Indiana mollywops them by 44 points?
Then they're legit.
I got you. No, so I'm sorry, Eric. You go ahead, buddy.
Right to change our mind, but go ahead, J-Dub.
No, so I mean, I can't name you one player off of Indiana, not one. I ain't seen them play one game. I ain't seen them do anything, but they've done what they've done, 12-0 in the Big Ten. We have to give that a certain amount of respect. If not forever, I'm not saying they're building a program that's going to be a dynasty, but for this one time, they're 12-0 in the Big Ten.
Well,
so whatever that means, we have to respect that.
And I will say this: they had a monster year last year, and so now they're 2 years. They're 2 years in a row now. So EC, what's the bracket look like? Can you have it in front of you?
Yeah. So right now they're just going by rankings right now. So right now,
I thought they had the pairings already. Who's playing who?
No, they won't do that until Sunday, December.
So Ohio State is going to play Indiana this weekend. Is it this weekend? I think. Yeah.
For the Big Ten?
Ohio State, Indiana, Big Ten championship.
Okay.
But that will really count towards their seeding, though.
Yeah, no, don't count towards their seeding. But we will get to see. When's the last time we had a number 1 play a number 2 in a conference championship? Somebody look that up. And that's what I want the chat to answer right there. So we'll get to see how good they are or aren't.
Okay. I think Indiana can beat them.
I think so too, but I'm Ohio State hater, so I don't know.
Here's my question. This is what I don't like about all these big Power 4 schools. That how in the world you let those 2 teams not meet up in the regular season?
Yeah, that's right.
That part.
Yeah. Well, you can say the same thing about why didn't A&M and Georgia or A&M and Texas play? A&M and Alabama play each other too. You can have that same argument.
There's not a 0-loss team in the SEC. All of them got at least 1 loss over there. So because they're all playing each other, and most of them are from the SEC. Yeah. So I can at least appreciate that.
So let's go down that hypothetical just for 30 seconds. Y'all give me 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
Split up the SEC. Alabama's in the ACC, Georgia's in the Atlantic 10, Texas is in the Big 12, A&M's in the Big 10, Oklahoma's in the Pac-10. Are we talking about all these teams are going to be undefeated? If they're all that much better, if they all switch conferences, do they all go undefeated every season?
I mean,
no.
Okay.
Because I believe, and just me personally, I believe that some of these other conferences are better than you give them credit for, right?
I agree with you.
And so, the Big 12, we didn't do too well this year, but the competition that we played with the games were crazy, phenomenal, high pace, great game to watch. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what you get from the Big 12. But I mean, those first half of the season for the SEC teams, you're playing bottom feeders from other conferences, getting guarantee wins. Ohio State playing a team from the FCS. I keep talking about that like you shouldn't play it, but I get the money situation, trying to bring eyes to those FCS schools to get their money up. But I mean, come on now, you played nobody. Ohio played nobody. Ohio State haven't played anybody.
Right.
Saturday.
And EC, you'll be happy to hear this. I had a dream this week that it's not a Martin Luther King type deal. It wasn't that kind of dream.
Come on now, preach, sir.
EC, I had a dream this week, and I thought of you. I thought we're going to see the old Southwest Conference and Oklahoma and Arkansas we're going to rebuild and revamp the old Southwest Conference, but we're going to bring in it's going to be Oklahoma's going to be in it, Oklahoma State's going to be in it, Arkansas is going to be in it. A&M, Tech, Baylor, Houston, TCU, SMU, Texas, and that's going to be a freaking conference, man. And Texas Tech, that's going to be a freaking conference. Okay, J-Dub, did you hear me?
Yeah, let me know when it actually starts happening, then I'll be more invested.
Because because that would be a powerhouse conference.
Yeah, especially if they can keep the recruitment the way it is. But again, I think a lot of people forget why the SEC is what the SEC is because of their they have their own network. They have their multiple teams have their own network. Where I know Texas has one, and I think Oklahoma has one now.
Well, the Southwest Conference would have to have their own network. That would
so
all be
publicity. Publicity is why the best athletes go to SEC. It's for no other reason. So until other conferences can give these 5-star athletes the same level of publicity, the SEC will be minor league professional football.
Yeah,
1,000%.
Big 12 was the first one to get their network. Then you got the SEC, and then now you have the Big 10 as well as the ACC have their own network. But I remember it was the reason why A&M left, and then there's a reason why OU filed to leave, because it was the Big 12 network, and then Texas stole it and made it the Longhorn network.
That's what I'm talking about.
They had the money though. Yeah, hey, it's our network. Hey, nobody coming to see you, Otis.
That's right. And so they left. But now when Texas got to the SEC, well, Alabama has their own network. Florida has their own network. So you're competing with people on your same level. You're not competing with, Baylor, who's not ever going to have their own network. So, I mean, again, it's publicity. We know why they go to the SEC. We know why the SEC is better. So that always makes these conversations more difficult.
Right. So what do y'all think? Who do y'all think is going to be playing the national championship? I mean, I love asking these questions and hearing everybody's take on it. And all the viewers, everybody out there, who does everybody thinks going to be playing the national championship game?
I don't know. It's kind of hard because I want to see the seedings first, because then I may pick a team.
Right. But I'm a cheat. It's gonna be Big 12 versus SEC. It's gonna be Big 12 versus SEC.
Boy, JW, you all right with me? And the Big 12, I better not let Big 12 win this thing. I swear to God, I'm gonna be trying.
We ain't never gonna hear the end of him.
Oh my God!
Who in the Big 12 could play in the national championship?
Well, we got to see based on seedings. That's what I'm saying. It's hard. I think Tech is a good squad. I think A&M. I'm sorry. That's my old school. Came out for a minute. I came out. I apologize.
Tech is blowing it up this year.
BYU and Tech, yeah.
I would really like, not for a national championship game, but I'd really like to see Tech and Indiana play at a neutral site someplace. I think it would be crazy good.
So I just don't want the SEC team up there because they're gonna have more people in this playoff, and I want none of them to make the finals.
This is gonna be a phenomenal conversation in 7 days. 7 days from right now.
You're gonna run it back 6:00 p.m. next Tuesday.
That's right.
Hey, let's jump on over to the NFL real quick, man.
Let's do it.
Contenders or pretenders? I'm gonna list some teams out there. The New England Patriots, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Chicago Bears, and the Carolina Panthers. Who are the contenders and who are the pretenders out of those? You got the Patriots, the Jaguars, the Bears, and the Panthers.
Go, J-Dub.
Man, that's tough. And I've been thinking about this because I saw I saw the message earlier. So if I'm gonna give credit to the Texans for what I'm gonna give credit to the Texans for, then I have to put the Jaguars as contenders, right? Even though I'm not a Jag fan, all their losses are to great teams, and they were in every game. And then the other one that I think is a contender, especially after last night's game against a bad New York team, I get it, but man, Drake May, I've only got to see him play live twice, but that dude is for real. I didn't know how good he really was, even though he's a Tar Heel, so I'm extra invested with him right now. Man, so I think the Patriots and the Jaguars are both contenders. For real, for real. I think I want to say the Bears too, and hell, I like the Panthers as well, but I don't think the Panthers have enough for this season, and I still am not convinced that the Bears can win their own division. I mean, I hope maybe they can, but so if I have to go 2-2, give me both AFC teams.
What about Coach D-Way?
Okay. So, definitely the Patriots. I mean.
Or what? Contenders or pretenders?
No, they're contenders. They're big time contenders.
Beat Buffalo in Buffalo. You know what I mean?
I have tried my damnedest to root for Jacksonville over the years, and I want Trevor Lawrence to be the next, but he just. So I don't think Jacksonville's the real deal, and I don't think Carolina's ready yet. I think they're still young with their young quarterback. And for my buddy Brandon Marshall, who's a monster Bear Nation guy, hey, I'll make this statement. If Caleb will protect and take care of the football, Chicago's defense, dude, is legit.
They're good.
I think they're leading the league in takeaways. Y'all can fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure that the Bears are at the top of the food chain turnover wise. Okay, so I believe the Bears, which they may not win their division, but
Easy, Lewis. Don't steal my thunder.
They're gonna make a lot of noise. We're not there yet. Yeah, and so Lou, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I think Lou, you heard what I said. If Caleb will take care of the football, they have a real good shot at this. So I'm going Bears and Pats. EC, how about you?
All of them are contenders.
Yeah. That's tough. You cheated. Yeah, I knew something funny was happening when all four of them were good answers.
Oh my God.
No, honestly, I was just joking. But no, I'm with you. The Carolina Panthers are out for me. But the other three I like. New England. I mean, I really just stripped down that first half of Drake May like you did, J-Dub. And I'm watching this guy, those 2 touchdown passes.
Man, on the button, son. You know what I'm saying?
And then of course, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Chicago. I mean, right now, they on a roll right now. They're on the mission right now, and it's not because
rolling.
It's because that coach, man. That coach right there is man. Listen, he's the reason why they're contenders. Straight up.
Oh yeah, who you telling?
And in Jacksonville, some strange reason, I just felt like they felt their mojo. I think I've never been a big fan of Sunshine.
I'm not.
I tried to like him.
But man, I think they found their mojo, man.
In the last 3 years, he just never can seem to get it done when it counts.
He's the worst.
Take that divorce. Wow. Exactly.
100%,
Yeah,
100%.
Ben Johnson. That's what we talked about when he went there. That's exactly what they needed.
Yep. Right on, spot on, Lou.
So that's where I'm at right now. But the Panthers, man, I'm really impressed for where they are right now. They didn't have, I mean, they're kind of close to the record that they had last year. But man, they're coming up from there. They're really, really, really digging in and winning some important games for themselves. But I'm still waiting for the seat to fall off on them. You know what I'm saying? The next couple of weeks we can revisit this. But man, I don't think they're ready yet.
What Bob just said, I think the Packers win both games, and they got 2 games coming up. So again, I'm not against the Bears, but I think the Packers beat the Bears twice in the last 4 weeks of the season. So that's why I put them on the pretenders. Not that I think they're pretenders, but of the 4 given, I had to go with 2 of them.
Jay, I'll take some of that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take some of that. I don't think the Packers beat the Bears twice.
Are we going with the spread or just straight up? Are we going to money line? Because you got to give me more money for that one.
No. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm fooling.
I know. Me too.
Hey, let's get this next one. This one's going to be a little bit different. The most dangerous team right now at this particular point in the season. Now we're just 5 weeks away from this whole thing coming to the playoffs. The teams are the Dallas Cowboys, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Baltimore Ravens, or the Cincinnati Bengals. Who are the most dangerous team?
Here we go.
Okay, but you got a Colts jersey on, so I'm not understanding.
I don't know. I don't either.
Excuse me. You better check yourself.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Can you read that?
My bad.
You better check yourself.
My bad. That's old Roger.
That's an autograph, Roger Dodger. You better be careful now.
So Cowboys are the most. What about you, J-Dub? Who is the most dangerous team?
all four you listed.
The Dallas Cowboys.
I know who he
So
should
all four
say.
you listed are dangerous. I haven't looked at all four of them schedules, so I don't know who they're playing. Dangerous to me means can screw somebody else up. It just means that they right. So I haven't looked at everybody's schedules, but man, Kansas City, as much as I'm ready for them to go away. I mean, they could upset. They're still a Super Bowl team. They're still a Super Bowl champion. Dallas's defense looks way better though, right? It ain't even the same. So I haven't looked at the schedules, but I'm gonna be honest with you. At this point in the season, I don't want to play any four of those teams, especially with Joe Burrow coming back, right?
Okay, so whoa. Okay, let's just take a pause for the cause. Okay, Jay, are you not going to put your boys in there in this conversation?
Well, they're not on the list.
They don't have to be on the list. He said the most.
The most dangerous team in the NFL right now is the Houston Texans, homies. Listen, it is what it is.
Thank you.
Y'all can't score, and we learning how to score. I mean, it's not. Listen. I think they're gonna make the AFC Championship. I hope. I'm not gonna say I think. I hope they go into Kansas City this week and just beat the brakes off of them from what happened in the playoffs last year. And as Coach reminded me, there was some controversial refereeing, and I'm I think they're gonna hold that on their shoulder. The Texans' most dangerous team in the NFL, as far as I'm concerned, right now.
But no, you had the criteria right, because the whole criteria for the most dangerous team is that team that can spoil somebody else from getting it. Right? So
here's a question for both you guys and for all the viewers out there, and I want to hear because I want to know. Inquiring minds gotta know. Okay, was the Joe Burrow-led Cincinnati Bengals ass whipping of the Ravens this past week, was that a fluke? Or are the Ravens that bad? I'm listening.
Man.
Go ahead, Nate, up. I can tell you.
I don't even know, because I'm trying to go through their schedules real quick. Based on danger level, what we just decided, the Rams are pretty dangerous because they can end a bunch of not the Rams. The Lions are pretty dangerous because they can end a bunch of people's season with victories if they win on their side. But I didn't get to see the Ravens and the Bengals, but all I know is the Ravens are in complete disarray with a whole team full of veterans, and the Bengals got their golden child back. I mean, it's, and if you look at a line graph, there's one going down and one going up, and they were on the wrong side of it.
Yep. AC, what do you think?
Man, first, no, it definitely wasn't a fluke. Mighty Joe is back. We know what this
Mighty
team
Joe's back.
AC, who are the dangerous teams in your opinion?
I think all of them. No,
no, that's right too. All of them.
But so the most dangerous. Well, I think the Bengals are the most dangerous team on this list, right?
Wow.
Even over the Cowboys, because I mean, Joe Burrow is a special dude. Straight up, he's a special dude, and he's back now. You already know that, right? He's playing in the division, and the division that's weak right now. So all they got to do is win the division, which he can. And once they win the division, then all of a sudden, man, it's run the table from here on out. If they can get to that point, right? The Cowboys is my second favorite. But the only problem with the Cowboys is I'm still sketchy about their defense. Joe Burrow is a game changer type of dude. He can sit up there and throw for 400 yards and make it easy. We can't expect Dak to do that every single game. Although he's leading the league in yards per I don't
know how you can say that.
Yards per game, but it's the things when it's expected. Because he's more of a game manager. They'll turn the ball over, get it in spurts. You put the game on his back and say, hey, go out there and get a tubby after tubby. That's a hard ass for Dak Prescott. Don't mean he can't get it done, but we know with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, he Joe Cool. He gonna go out there and get it done.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. And Joe Burrow is 3-0 this season when he starts. Yeah,
that's right. That's exactly what we're saying.
Spoiling will try to run the table, but that. Okay.
Speaking of running the table, let's go ahead and go there. Run the table. Who's going to do it? Run the playoff hunt and run the table. So you have, obviously in the AFC, the guys are in the hunt, or the Texas Steelers and the Chiefs. In the NFC, you have the Lions, Cowboys, and Panthers. I already know what J-Dub gonna pick. Who's gonna run the table at the AFC right outside is who you. I'm gonna let you say it, AFC.
Y'all better not let me talk. I got a good flow going. I got a good flow going.
Go ahead and go, man.
Again, I know this next game is a big one at Kansas City. I think they got Kansas City. They got the Cardinals. They got the Raiders, the Chargers, and then I think they got Jacksonville again.
Yeah,
bro. It's not a far stretch of the imagination to say Houston doesn't lose again until the playoffs, and then we have a different conversation.
I like
right?
it. I like it.
And all, just like I said about Jacksonville earlier in the segment, all of their losses, every one of them is to a current playoff team. And every one of them, if we're all sports heads, we know what the definition of a good loss is.
Yeah.
They are all good losses. They're by 1 point. They're by a field goal at the end of the game. They're by, 3 points to Denver in Denver, right? So I think the Houston Texans are the most underrated team this year. And it's just, y'all heard me. Anybody who listens to the show knows I preach defense. I root defense. I want aggression. I want controlled aggression. And these boys, Willie Anderson Jr. and Derek Stingley ain't allowed a touchdown on his side of the field since halfway through the season last year. Yeah. Okay. He's allowed 3 passes in their 4-game winning stretch right now. 3 of like 24 or something like that. Right. They play defense on both levels. The secondary doesn't have to cover long when the line is to the quarterback in less than 5 seconds. Yeah. And the line doesn't have to be to the quarterback in less than 3 seconds when the secondary can cover their man for 5 seconds, right? They play off each other so well. If we can just score some touchdowns, especially when they're needed, hopefully CJ Stroud can get some momentum moving. And boom, Houston, Texas, baby. Write it down. Bet that, Lewis said.
Run the table. Run the table.
Hey, speaking of, what is going on up in Philadelphia, man?
Hey, D-Wade, who you think gonna run the table?
Okay.
You still going to Cowboys?
Time.
Who's Kansas City play? Who's Kansas City got left besides Houston?
Let's see here. Who they got?
That's gonna be a great game. KC and Houston.
Let's see. Kansas City has obviously they play Houston. They got the Chargers. They got the Titans, the Broncos, and then the Raiders. So they got 3 teams left in their division: the Chargers, the Broncos, and Raiders. And then they got Houston and Tennessee.
I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna do something that nobody's gonna surprise me. I'm gonna say the Cowboys. Cowboys are getting hot at the right time. So I'm pushing all my chips in on the Cowboys.
Yeah. So I'm with you. The Cowboys and NFC and the AFC. I'm J-Dub stepped away, and I wish he was here because I'm going ahead and say,
I can hear you.
Hey.
He's probably over reporting my bourbon or something. But anyway,
no, I had children to deal with.
Hey, no. I like the Texans to run the table, but I'm still not letting go of the Chiefs right now. Yeah. And listen, y'all, listen, please. I know you got receipts. I have been trolling the Chiefs and saying they're pretty much.
Yes, you have. Are they done? Is this it?
But I'm looking at this schedule, right? This is usually where they got to sit back and define who they are. Because who they are right now is who they may be for the next couple of years. I'm just coming because every team is going to get better. There is no off season. We got to get better. Everybody's going to get better. So right now, this season, you got to prove who you are. I'm not saying go win the Super Bowl, but you got to at least make the playoffs. You cannot sit around and not be a playoff team. If y'all not a playoff team, this is going to be bad for the next couple of years.
And can y'all believe that we are not talking about Baltimore? We haven't said anything. Jada, I mean, we talked about it a minute ago, but can you believe that we're not talking about them in a different light?
But Baltimore, somewhat, in my opinion, get a pass because Baltimore and the Bengals get a pass somewhat because both of them lost their starting quarterback for a while. And
listen, I'm the biggest Lamar Jackson fan on the podcast, but he was not good even before he got hurt.
Yeah.
I am Lamar Jackson's biggest fan on this show, but I don't know what happened.
Hey,
anyway,
My bad.
Just a backdoor on something. I think, listen, if the Cowboys get through this upcoming weekend, I can see them running the table. If their defensive line keeps holding integrity like they have been the last 2 games, right?
It's going to be
setting edges, hitting people in the mouth, right? You got to take it to them.
Man, this Thursday night it's going to be really interesting.
Secondly, I want to mention something that Jonathan G said, which I agree with. The Colts schedule is tough through the rest of the season, but it's also sucks for them because their schedule for the beginning part of the season was rather easy, with the exception of the Broncos in week 2. They've had a pretty good cakewalk, which is now. So this, like Coach said last week or whatever, this is when we start separating people, because you get to see who had an easy first 6 weeks, 7 weeks, who made adjustments, who did things differently to be better in the second half. And now all of a sudden your second half of the season is twice as hard as your first half. So, man, I was weird with how the Colts got so good so quickly, but I think the next few weeks is fixing to bring them back to reality real quick.
And then another team we never talk about, but I told J-Dub on the phone a couple days ago, guys, do not count out the 49ers. Okay? Do not overlook them as we get closer to the playoffs. Not to win out, but if they can get in. So, and I know J-Dub, I'm surprised he hadn't said much about it, but I'm
going to overlook them. I'm going to overlook them. I'm going to say it right now.
I don't like them.
The 49ers ain't going very far, right? Yeah. So they've got a good, what are they, 8-4? But all their losses came to good teams. They're the opposite.
Yeah, but they've been hurt all year.
Well, listen, everybody's hurt all year long. I don't think the Texans have a starting safety right now that is not on the injury report.
But I'm surprised that J-Dub hasn't went harder with Denver.
Well, again,
because he's trying to be pretty chill, but he is really drinking the
I'm not a Denver fan necessarily, but that defensive line is something we ain't seen since the chain gang of the Titans, which was what was that, 20 years ago? I mean, that defensive line changes things. We were 6-7 weeks into the season, and they had twice as many sacks as the second place team at that point in time. Yeah. It's just so that I'm impressed with what that line does and how much. But at the same time, y'all watch some Denver games. Their secondary is garbage. Moss has 12 pass interference calls. I mean, he had 2 against CeeDee Lamb. Y'all saw those 2, I know. Yeah. So their defensive line is just studs up front, but they don't have a secondary, and they need to figure out how to run the ball a little bit more.
Denver
is for real. I hear you, but Bo needs to be more consistent. Bo's Tony Romo right now to me.
Ooh. I'm with G. Denver is for real. Denver
is for real.
You know, it's like the Kansas City has been on top for so long, right? But what we all forgot that division historically belonged to Denver. And so now Denver has reclaimed their rightful place, and that's why I said Kansas City better get together, because Sean Payton and Bo Nix, man, they ain't about to let this thing go. So you better figure it out. But like I said, who got the worst? Who got the toughest division? Is it?
I think it's
go ahead.
I think it's the Packers, Bears, and the Lions.
The North, the NFC North.
That's what I think.
Okay, J-Dub, between the NFC North and NFC West, who has the toughest division? Now I'm going to read the schedule, but sometimes the schedule, the records, but the records sometimes don't tell the big picture. You got
right. That's what I was trying to
9-3. The Seattle Seahawks at 9-3, and then the San Francisco 49ers at 9-4, and the Cardinals out of playoffs at 3-9. Versus the North, you have Chicago Bears at 9-3, Green Bay at 8-3, Detroit at 7-5, and Minnesota at 4-8.
Yeah.
The only way I know how to answer it would be to say I would rather be the GM of the Arizona Cardinals than I would of the Minnesota Vikings, right? If I take the bottom 2 teams and I'm trying to be competitive with the top 3, I'd rather be the GM of the Cardinals than I am of the Vikings, because the Bears and Packers and the Lions, I know contracts come into play and free agency and all that nonsense that I can't stand, but they're solid for a while.
Yeah.
And I think, with Matt Stafford, eventually, if sometime he's going to have to quit playing the game. And San Francisco, pretenders, Seattle goes up and down. So I would rather try to compete in the West than I would in the North. That's my answer.
Hey, Les.
What's going on?
Let's end the show with this conversation right here.
Yeah.
How good are the Dallas Cowboys? We watched them beat the last 3 years Super Bowl champions. Kansas City went back-to-back, and then the last year you had the Philadelphia Eagles. We watched them in a span of 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Two teams in the span of 4 days. How good are they?
Everybody that's on the show and everybody that listens to and tunes in and comments and participates and supports all the above, they know that I am the Dallas Cowboys' biggest critic. Okay. I just say it like it is. And they also know that I'm one of the Dallas Cowboys' biggest fans. Okay. So if you look at the Dallas Cowboys, I really want to reserve my answer until next week.
Okay.
I'll have a better, I can answer that question better after Thursday night. Okay. I hope they're as good as I think they are, but I won't know until Thursday night about 10:30 p.m. So how about you, Jay? What do you think?
I agree with part of that, right? But we got to make bold assumptions out of nowhere sometimes on here. And if you just look at their season in the last 4 weeks, the amount of points they're giving up versus the previous 8 weeks, it's two completely different defenses, right? And I don't even care if you win all those games, but you can't be giving up an average of 35 points a game. Average. I'm not saying you can't have a bad game every once in a while. So I'm optimistic about the line changes. I like that middle linebacker they got too. Can't remember his name. I ain't learned all the names yet, but I know they did a lot of moves and they seem to be working.
Yeah.
You get to test it. You've tested it against an Eagles team. You tested against the Chiefs teams, 2 known teams. You got a Lions team, a young team coming up. So they have a fairly easy schedule to end the season. So we should see what they can do now on defense with these changes. And I mean, I'm not sitting here saying they're going to win the Super Bowl or even go to the NFC Championship or even make the playoffs. But if they keep moving in the right direction and they can hold on to these pieces that are keeping the scores low for the opponents, the future's bright.
Yeah. EC, answer that question. Well, I'm going to look at something. EC, answer that question. Your own question.
Oh, man, I'm going to get this. Lewis said, I will say this. Since the acquisition of Quinnen Williams, the Dallas Cowboys have not given up over 70 yards rushing to any team. Well, heck, there you have it.
I like that. Listen, that's what I'm saying. A defensive end can change your life.
The Cowboys will win the NFC East, and then G said 11 wins this season, like I called before the season. He did call. I had him at 9-8, but, No, listen. How good are they? Obviously, the offense, we've been praising the offense ever since the beginning of the season. They are who they are. The offense is very close. I'm just so shocked because you're talking about how bad their defense was, right? At the beginning of the season. And just in one trade, 2 trades, you're getting Quinnen Williams, you're getting Logan Wilson, and then you're bringing out the other guys like Deron Bland back, Overshawn back. Those were the key pieces they need. Yes. Quinnen Williams was a piece of the puzzle, but he wasn't the biggest piece. Without Bland, without Overshawn, things are a little different for this defense, right? They're still giving up big yards in the passing game, but so is any other team. All I ask for this team is to be just a mediocre defensive team. Get back to their signature, right? Big field, we okay. Little field, we shutting you down. And when they get into the red zone or goal line, they have a phenomenal goal line and red zone stand. So that's the Cowboys, and I know. So now, you take all that into consideration. This is a very, very scary team. This is a team that potentially can win the Super Bowl. Because right now, there's not a team out there that I'm looking at that scares me when it comes down playing the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, we got to get back to the Detroit Lions. Will they lose 2 back-to-back games at home? I don't know. Dan Campbell has taken over the play calling. He's been looking suspect. So if he called a game, he may lose this game. So they're gonna have to do something different.
So y'all don't look. Let's see what Z-Man. Overreaction Tuesday. Z-Man, the Cowboys are who we thought they were. They will fold like a cheap suit. Lou,
Z-Man, I agree, but that folding happens in January.
Eberflus only needed talent to improve his defense rather than calling him a horrible DC. Well, we'll see this. We'll see this week.
That's a good point.
You guys don't look. I'm going to ask you real quick, Jay. What do you think the Cowboy Detroit line odds Vegas line is this week? Without looking.
It is in Detroit. I am going to put it at Detroit minus 3.5. Detroit.
What do you think, EC?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the line is? You don't need to be looking over there.
Oh, I've already looked. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I would have said 3.5, but right now it's at 3, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going for ties. That's all good.
Yeah.
That's how Vegas knows, because anytime Vegas takes off to half a point, that means they don't know what they're talking about that week.
So what that means? So typically Vegas always gives the home team 3 points. So what Vegas is saying is if these two teams played out on the middle of 635, it would be a pick 'em.
Right.
EC, right?
Yeah.
I think it's what Vegas
prediction. They got the Detroit line 61.8% chance of winning this game.
Okay.
And where Dallas has been good, they're again a good defensive line. You help stop the run. Well, Detroit is good with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery out running the ball. So you got to put the ball in Jared Goff's hands. And now again, so you change the line, you change the dynamic of the whole team, and that's what they did. So we'll see if it pans out.
So my prediction is if Dallas can minimize, talking about defensively, if Dallas defensively can minimize giving up the big plays, if they let Jared Goff, throw a 40 or 50 or 60-yard touchdown pass, they don't have a chance. If Dallas minimizes defensively the giving up the big plays, then they have a really good chance of winning this football game. Y'all?
No, I'm with you. That is guys, that's got to be the key. Because this Detroit offense can get real superhero in the blink of an eye, When I'm all right, and then of course it's a two-headed monster running back. Jared Goff is doing his thing. So
is St. Brown, is he hurt or is he healthy?
I think he's questionable. I think
okay, because he's worn the Cowboys out the last couple of years.
But if Dan Campbell was calling, I didn't know Dan Campbell was calling the plays. I missed that nugget. And if Dan Campbell's calling plays, I have much respect for Dan Campbell, but he is not an offensive guy. He's a locker room guy.
Bro, he's been saying that all year.
Yeah, so that's terrible. That's terrible. I don't want Dan Campbell calling the plays. So the Cowboys got to drop the backers and let the line do nothing but pressure. We're not getting cute. Drop the backers. Don't let them get anything more than, 10, 12. You don't want them to average any more than 10, 12 yards of play. That's taking away the big play. So, again, that should be a good game.
Yeah. I agree with Jonathan G. I mean, because getting better players always helps make coaching staffs look better. So,
and it makes coaching easier. Oh, you know your job, you go do your job, and let me deal with the other 10 guys who don't know how to do their job.
Yeah, but
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, Lou was saying earlier, he said that he wondered if Matt Eberflus wasn't just a horrible coach, he just only needed better players. And G said, no, he's still a horrible coach. But, getting players help.
I tend to side with Jonathan G on that. So, but, man, it should be good. I mean, everything. College and pros is going to be off the chain the next couple of weeks.
Hey, if you guys who've been watching this or watching it on rebroadcast, if you have been watching football, whether it been from high school to college to the pros, man, you must don't like football because there has been some major things going on right now. College is about to explode up here coming next week on December 7th when we find out who is going to be in the playoffs. Man, this has probably been – and I said this last year, and I didn't think that we could – outdo last year's performance, but man, this year has been a phenomenal because you're talking about teams like the Panthers. The Patriots was the last of their division last year.
Yep.
And now they're the top of the division. You talking about who else? The 49ers was the bottom of their division. You know, the Panthers wasn't doing so good last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so many teams had just flipped the table, you know, and now you don't hear about the Baltimores or the Chiefs anymore. You're not, you know, people are now questioning, like we did last year, the status of the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think that luck have run.
And they're questioning the status of the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills, it has been looking very pedestrian here lately. So it's like, man, but I mean, like it or not, the Denver Broncos 10-2, phenomenal football. New England Patriots 10-2, 11-2, phenomenal football. Call it what it is, but these teams has been really playing some really, really, really good fall. Matthew Stafford is still, I hope we all agree, he's still our MVP.
Yeah. He's still,
So, you know, who thought we'd be in a season where we wouldn't be talking about Lamar Jackson,
Josh Allen,
or Josh Allen and Joe Burrow as MVP? Pat Mahomes MVP.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Crazy.
Out of nowhere, because they were the top 3 contenders last year.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know this is going to be a safe comment.
Yeah.
And this, I'll save it for closing remarks is what I'll do. So, because I know we're about to get there here in a minute. So,
well, we already there. With that being said, y'all, this is FairWeather Fan Channel, man. Listen, all you guys who joined in, man, appreciate all the love. And I'm going to say it one more time, but right now, please like, subscribe, share, leave comments. Most of all, join the conversation. Coach D-Way, go ahead with your final words for the day.
It's going to be simple and short and sweet. I'm never, ever, and that's a long time, going to count out Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes until they're out. Until they're out.
Yep.
Physically out, done. I'm not going to count them out, man.
And don't vacation. As long as he ain't left the building.
So that's my final thoughts. J-Dub?
What you got, brother?
Brother, we have talked football to death. It ain't time to talk basketball to death, but I want to make one little comment about the WNBA. We spent a lot of time talking about that on here. The Dallas Wings got the number 1 pick again. And I don't care what any list on anything says, there's only 2 names that are acceptable to be heard as the number 1 pick for the Dallas Wings next year. Only 2.
Come on.
If Juju decides she doesn't want to go back to college and she puts her name in there, she's number 1. Number 1. And then you got a 1-2 with Juju and Paige. I don't think anybody wants to see you. Both 6-foot guards in a women's league. Number 2 is Lauren Betts. I don't want to see anybody talking about Olivia Miles or who's the girl. Anyway, right. That's my whole point. There's only 2 names that we won't mention. We ain't even mention no more names.
Thank you.
I don't want to talk about WNBA again for a while, but we hadn't said that. I wanted to make sure that was out there in the universe.
So is Paige and Juju for the Wings a better fit than Paige and Lauren is for the Wings?
So I'm never going to say no to a big, and you got to take chances on it. All of them ain't Greg Odens. All of them don't pan out. But some of them are, Dwight Howard's and Nikola Jokic, right? Some of them pan out. So I would go Betts just because you already have an established guard. But I have been well documented on this that I don't think there's been a college player that I'm a bigger fan of, men or women, than Juju Watkins. So I'm not against the 1-2 backcourt, right? 2 6-foot guards who can rebound and play defense. But man, Lauren Betts could be a bust, or she could be, the new Lauren Jackson, the new Lisa Leslie, the new big girl in the NBA.
Yeah, I want to hear EC close us out in a minute, but Lauren, I love Lauren. Lauren really makes me nervous because of the pace of play in the WNBA.
I agree. We would need a good trainer and a good coaching staff.
I really like her.
Yeah.
But the pace and the physicality is a whole nother world. EC, close us out. Take us home, man.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and piggyback because my final statement still is, ladies, get the deal done. They gave you everything you want.
Yep.
So they gave you reference. Go ahead and get the thing. Go ahead and make the deal and go and don't clock the season out because we want to see the ladies we just mentioned play next year. We don't want to lock out the season. But the question is, J-Dub, without going too deep, Azzi Fudd, who played with Paige Beckers at UConn, That's another. That I think that's a good third one. A good third one.
And I'm not denying that, but first of all, I got a bunch of problems with that one. First of all, okay, right. So to me, there's only 2 names that go to the number 1 pick, and Juju may not even want to come out, but she will be eligible. She will be eligible.
Okay.
The girl Jonathan just said
he called her Audi, but it's Alba Fan from Spain. The 19-year-old girl, so she's kind of
and even the girl from Iowa State who's balling out of control, she's not eligible. So she's not. So anyway, I don't want to see Ozzy. Isn't Paige and Ozzy an item right now?
That's my understanding.
Are they?
That's my
so. Do we really want to see an on-court bickering, not passing the ball because there's been a fight at home?
Yeah, we don't need no domestic situations.
Man, that's bad. That's bad. But again, there's only 2 names. There's only 2 names we need to talk about for the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And even if either one of them's a bust, I think there's such shining lights that you take a chance on that bust. If it turns out to be a bust, it is what it is.
I got to throw this in there. He said, got to.
Yeah.
You see, the only person on UConn that I'd like to see with Paige is your girl.
Double S, baby. Yeah.
Is your girl.
Sarah Strong. She come out? Well, she's not eligible to come out, though.
She's not eligible either. She's not eligible.
Yeah,
I mean, if I had my choice between the 2 UConn girls.
That would be best.
Say less.
What would be real cool is that we turn around and let's say if we did get Lauren Betts, right? I think it'd be a good opportunity to trade Lauren Betts over to Seattle Storm to get the young girl Dominique Malunga and then somehow get a switch to go get another guard, which can be an Olivia Miles or a.
You're working on like a 5-year plan right
He's
now.
Big.
We ain't 5-year planning on the podcast.
Three-team trade. I'm done.
Nah, we ain't 5-team planning right now.
With Olivia, what is going on with EC and Olivia?
I don't know.
Hey, I don't even want to. Hey, Olivia, man, listen. That chick's gonna be special for the WNBA. So I mean, yeah, be special. Hey, y'all, but that's all we have today, man. Listen, y'all, appreciate all the fan support. I appreciate all guys for standing and watching us, man. And listen to us, man. Share this video. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, man, please go ahead and hit that share button. Definitely, if you're on Facebook, share it. Let all your friends and family know that we're here every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, man. Show us the love. Leave comments like you've been doing. But definitely, before you log off, if you've been watching, please hit the like button, man. Let us know, man, what we can do better, man. But this has been your boy EC22 along with J-Dub and Coach D-Wade. This has been the FairWeather Fan channel. Man, please like, subscribe, share, leave comments. But once again, for this episode, we are